Hello everyone, this is the African American group. We are learning about Michigan history, so this is going to be lesson plan 3 of that resource unit, and it's going to be about Native American gifts. Our objective for this unit is that the learner will be able to explain how tribes of long ago touched our lives today through storytelling, inventions, and food crops. The GLIC is listed below, which is students will be able to use informational text and visual data to compare how American Indians and settlers in the early history of Michigan adapted to, used, and modified to their environment. To introduce us to the students, what we're going to do to start the lesson is that we're going to brainstorm in our groups from lesson plan 1 that Kristen talks about. We're going to brainstorm ideas about what the Native Americans invented and then come together as a whole class. Now, if the groups are stuck, I'm going to show them the snowshoe that we'd eventually see later on in the lesson, and hopefully this would give them ideas on what inventions they made, other than just like storytelling, legends, and stuff like that, but actual inventions that we use. After that, we're going to jump right into the whole lesson. To start off this lesson, we will read the first chapter out of the unit in their textbooks about what gifts the Native Americans gave to us today. This should explain inventions by them of storytelling, food crops, invention materials, and names. Now after that, we're going to talk about the storytelling aspect about the legend of the Sleeping Bear Dunes. After reading the book, the teacher will ask the students why the book is important to our learning today and what messages it tells us. From there, after the reading, the students will investigate what materials and items and names invented. As a class, we will get to be able to touch snowshoes and be able to try them on. Now the students will learn about this in the chapter, but many of them, if we're in an urban area, probably would have never been able to see or use them, or places up north where it's snowy use them on a daily basis due to the large amounts of snow. So this would be cool for them to understand the concept behind snowshoes and how to use them and what they're used for. This will also be a hands-on activity for them, which would be really neat. After trying on the snowshoes, we'll look into some of the names of the cities here in Michigan, as many of them have come from native descent. We'll look at the meanings and why they're called that. One good example that many people would know is Mackinac. Now, if you've ever been to Mackinac Island, the Indians like to think it looks like a great turtle. Therefore, they named it Mackinac Island because Mackinac means great turtle. After that, the students will learn more city names because there's more than just one. And we'll also go into a song of the Indian names of these cities. Each student will get a copy of this song. It is printed on the next slide, so we'll get to look at that. And then we'll sing as a class, learn it, and just kind of move on. It can be used as a tool, maybe when they're taking a test of maybe names that they can't think of, they'll be able to sing the song, and so on and so forth. After learning the song, the students will break into their groups from the first lesson again and look into other names of places, what they mean, and the origin behind that. Maybe they'll also get to see what tribes name it and what tribes are in that area. So it'd be kind of cool for them to research this and just get a good feel of it. They will then, when we come together as a class, just present it not really as like a presentation, but more of a grand discussion. So they will be able to just kind of talk about it, maybe get some ideas, bounce ideas off each other. Very not formal. I don't want this to be like an assessment for them, but rather just something as like fun facts, something cool to know. As mentioned in the previous slide, this is the Indian name song. This will be, again, handed out to every student so they would have their own copy and to put in their notes to use on their assessment. This is their assessment. The students will be evaluated on taking a quick note quiz based on the notes they take in class, which they can use that song. They can take any notes they want throughout the whole lesson, and they will be tested on their storytelling, the recreation activities like the snowshoes, and so on and so forth. This quiz will be multiple choice and short answer. The scoring for this quiz will be out of 15 points, and that will be their grade for the lesson. At the end as well, they would also be able to use this information for their assessment for the overall unit and create a presentation with that. This is lesson plan 3 for the African American group. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. And if not, have a great rest of the semester and enjoy summer. Thank you.